guys, welcome back to Amateur Cooking with Jess. Today I will be sharing with you how I make carne con chile y papas, which is chunky beef in spicy sauce with potatoes. I won't make it that spicy today because I know some of you don't like it too spicy, but it will have a kick. And I like to pair this recipe with a side of rice. And I'll put the link in the description box below so you guys can see how I make my rice, and so you can do the same. And this recipe is, again, very straightforward and very easy to make. It shouldn't take more than 25-30 minutes to make. So if you want to know how I make my carne con chile y papas, please keep watching. And if you haven't subscribed, I invite you to subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. For today's recipe, we'll use half a pound of beef chunks. And these are usually used for stew. We'll use 1 large potato, 5 tomatoes, and I'll be using 2 jalapenos and 4 serranos. However, you can substitute the serranos for about 2 more jalapenos to make it less spicy. I'll be using a tablespoon of chicken bouillon, a teaspoon of seasoned salt, a teaspoon of garlic salt, a little bit of pepper, a teaspoon of ground cumin, and 4 garlic cloves. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to boil our tomato, our jalapenos, and serrano. And these will be for the sauce that will go on top of the meat. So while that boils, we're going to chop up the potato and cook the beef chunks. Alright, now we're going to heat up a pan, and this is where we're going to cook our beef chunks. We're going to add some oil. And I'm using the Mediterranean blend from Costco. I really like this oil. It's not that bad. I mean, clearly no oil is good, but it's pretty light. We're going to add our beef chunks. And you can cut these in smaller pieces if you'd like. And I'm going to season these with the garlic salt, and the seasoned salt. Now, while those cook and fry for a bit, I'm going to chop my potato. And I'm going to dice the potato into small pieces. Depending on how many people you're feeding, you can use more potato. I'm only going to feed myself and my fiance, so 1 potato is more than enough for lunch and dinner. And that's it for the potato. So once our meat finishes cooking, we'll go ahead and add the potato. Now you want the meat to be somewhat crisp, and I'll show you guys what it should look like. I'm timing it right now, so it shouldn't take longer than about 10, maybe 15 minutes. I'll keep you guys posted. Now, so far it's been about 5 minutes. It's looking really good. I want them all to have this type of crisp flavor right here. I mean, crisp look. I don't know if you can see it, but somewhat crispy. A few of these are still kind of pink. I'm going to let them cook for about 5 more minutes, and then I'll go ahead and add the potato. Now our meat is looking a nice and brown color, nice and crispy. We're going to go ahead and add the potato. And it's been a total of 11 minutes. We're gonna mix it all up. And we're gonna fry the potato for an additional 3 minutes, and then I'm going to cover it up to soften the potato and focus on my salsa. Okay, it's been about 3 or 4 minutes that my potatoes have been cooking. I'm going to cover them up while I make my salsa. Now I wanted to mention that I'm going to make my salsa while the meat and the potatoes are cooking. I did lower the heat to between low and medium to give me some time to make my sauce. So we're going to start off by adding the garlic cloves. Then we're going to add our vegetables. So we're going to add our tomatoes, our serrano, and our jalapeno. And you know they're done because obviously the skin is soft and the tomato itself is nice and squishy. And I'm only adding the vegetables. I'm not adding too much water because the tomato has a lot of water itself. So we're going to add maybe about 1/4 cup. Nothing more. Now I'm going to add about a tablespoon of the chicken bouillon, a teaspoon of ground cumin, and some black pepper. Now we're ready to blend. And now we are ready to blend. Now it's very important to always taste your salsa for salt. See if it's to your liking. We all have different tastes. And this one is perfect. I will say it's a little spicy. So if you don't like spice, just take out the serranos and add about 3 jalapenos. Now my potatoes and my meat have been cooking while I was making the salsa on medium to low. And they look great. Now all we have to do is pour the salsa on top and let it come to a boil. I'm gonna give it a good stir. And again, if it's still too spicy for you, just squeeze a little bit of lime into your bowl and you're good to go. The rice will help with the spice as well. we have it. Now we're just going to let it boil. And during this time, you can make your rice, which takes 15 minutes. And if you don't want rice, then you just wait until it boils. And there you have it. Carne con chile y papa, or chunky beef in sauce and potato. And there's my side of tortillas and 2 lemon wedges. And there you have it. Took about 25 minutes to make, and it's so good. I didn't make my set of rice because I'm so hungry and I just want to try this already. Oh my goodness, it's delightful. It's so flavorful. This is delicious. It has that kick, but again, if you don't like it spicy, you can just take out most of the jalapenos and the serranos, just add about 1 or 2. And as far as the sides go, you can pair it with a side of rice or even a side of beans. And I'll go ahead and link those in the description box below. Again, I hope you like this video, and I hope you give my recipe a try. And if you did like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and I invite you to subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. See you in my next one.